they told you what size needle?
I looked from what last time.
Oh, okay.
What he had. What he was asking for when we were here back in June.
Mm-hmm. That's for the cultures.
Yeah. So we had 2 full tubes for the first set of cultures. We'll do the labs, and then another 2 tubes for the other set of cultures.
Okay. You okay?
So you don't want to watch TV?
He probably gonna be asleep.
Want your phone now? That works. It's fair enough. I don't blame you. Hopefully we can get you home into your own bed.
The antibiotic is already ready.
Yep, it's right by the computer. So that's number 2 for the first set.
You are on the register? Is it good?
Do the front face first smile. Mm-hmm.
Is it good? Are people bitching you? I feel like it's a tough time to work in customer service. But people are generally happy at Chick-fil-A, right? It's a happy crowd.
Not all the time.
I'm happy.
They can all be a freshman of it, so.
Yeah.
No, I mean the patients, the customers.
Mm-hmm.
Happy, right?
You can take your mask off.
For the most part.
So how crummy do you feel? What feels bad?
Well,
What made you measure your fever, your temperature?
I was at work and I just felt like cold.
Cold.
Chills.
Okay, got it. It's probably not a chilly place either. You're probably working it.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
And he texted me and I tried to get him to leave work, but he wouldn't. He wanted to finish his shift off.
Oh, what time did you start feeling crummy?
It was like towards like the end of the day.
It was like 6 something when he texted
I
me.
got you. Okay. Okay. So did you finish your shift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hard-headed.
I should get a job here.
He's hard-headed.
He's hard-headed, is what he said. Who made him that way?
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Oh, funny. Okay, so you feel a little bit better at the moment. Did you take any medicine? No.
I just took my aspirin or something.
Okay, you took an aspirin. Okay.
That's his daily medicine.
Yeah. And you took that after your fever started.
Yeah.
I wonder if it brought your fever down a little bit. It might have. That's good.
I didn't think about that because that is his daily medicine.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I'm glad you took it. That's not no problem. Because your temperature here is a little bit better. Because it was like 102.
102.4.
Yeah, I was trying to take it like when I was at work because my mom told me to ask me if they had the long order to ask them if they had the longer. They had one, but it didn't work.
Oh, really? I'm not too surprised by that. Ours sometimes don't work, so Chick-fil-A, you know, that's okay. I think it's for employees, check, or is it a COVID thermometer?
Nah, it's like a regular thermometer.
Okay.
It's like one of the ones that you put in.
Okay.
What does it have on there?
Yeah.
Right. Most
How's your
places
chest
don't.
feeling? Right. Do you feel pain or cough?
I have a little cold.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you had that?
Nah, it started like not too long ago.
Not too long.
Yeah, 'cause when I was at work, I wasn't really going like that.
To me, it seems like every time he get one of these vaccines, he gets sick.
Well, that's what Dr. Trauman was worried about.
Yeah.
Because you just got it yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Every time he get one, he gets sick, and it's annoying. But
Mommy, what do you think about his eyes? He's a little yellow.
they're always yellow like that. He got the transfusion yesterday,
Yeah.
so they should have went down some.
Okay.
But-
All right. Let's see how his numbers look.
Yeah.
His numbers should be good because of the transfusion.
Yeah.
So you see the yellow got a little bit better after the
Mhm.
transfusions?
I mean, his eyes are never really completely white,
Okay.
but they're not as yellow as they normally would
Okay.
be.
Can I listen to you back? Would that be okay? On everything? So I think with the cough and with the little cough and the fever, we want to just double check your chest X-ray.
His chest.
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, it's the next morning. Went live last night after we left the emergency room to let you guys know part of what was going on. This video was just more so to explain it in depth. Y'all see me moving, I'm walking to work, so I already told you I had to work this morning. But Rayshawn had to work yesterday. Well, technically he didn't have to work. He was supposed to work Wednesday, but he had his transfusion, so him and his other coworker, shout out to Africa, the one he went to the prom with, they switched days. So she worked his Wednesday and he worked her shift yesterday. So I can understand why he didn't want to leave work, but for Rayshawn to text me and say he's not feeling good, I knew it had to be bad. So it was around 6:30, 7 o'clock when he texted me. He wasn't scheduled to get off until 9. I told Rayshawn to come home. Of course, he's not going to. One thing will get off of me about my kids, and I guess they get it from me, is they stick to what they say they're gonna do. And he said he would cover the shift, so he did just that. So he got home around 9:30, and I can look at Rayshawn and tell in his face that he didn't feel good. So, took his temperature, 102.4. Normally, I would go into Dr. Mom mode. I know how to break the fever. I know how to make it go away. But at the same time, I have to, because he's turning 18, I have to get him used to the protocols that he should be following. Because in our reality, it could be something going on in his body. So I called the doctor. Doctor said take him to the ER. Called ahead. Never have to wait when we go to the ER. They check him in, take him straight back. Cool. So we get there. Doctor had already ordered labs, and he did lab work. He ordered an x-ray, and he did cultures. So they did that, and immediately after doing that, they hung an antibiotic, Rocephin, to get ahead of whatever it is was going on. So did that part. We sit there for maybe 45 minutes to an hour at the most, waiting for lab work to come back. But then after that, it's them getting in touch with his sickle cell doctor to see then what he wants to do with Rachel. But after they gave him the antibiotic, they gave him Tylenol to break the fever. He was drinking on his own. So the doctor was okay with him going home, pending the 2 blood cultures that they did off of his port to make sure the infection is not in his port. And then they also did nasal swabs to make sure he doesn't have any respiratory infection going on. The chest x-ray was, because normally when he goes into crisis, he either gets acute chest or he gets RSV. So that's what the chest x-rays were. X-rays were normal. His labs were good, other than his white blood count being elevated, which matches his symptoms because clearly his body is fighting something. So they let us go home last night. Rayshawn said he was feeling better, which made me feel better. But fast forward to this morning when I'm leaving out to work, and I touched his head. He was sleeping. I touched his head though, and I could tell he was burning up again. So I had to wake him up to take his temperature, and again, it's 102.5. I'm heading to work. I'm going to give the Tylenol some time to work. I'm going to give his doctor some time to get in the office before I call and harass them. But at this point, they already said the antibiotic is already working to treat whatever it is he got going on. So I don't see me having to take him back to the ER, but you never know with sickle cell. So we shall see. But right now it's a waiting game. I am on Dr. Mommy mode, even from work, because I'm gonna call him and harass him every 2 hours like I normally do to make sure he's drinking. I'm not gonna force him to eat. The biggest thing with him right now is keeping him hydrated. So that's how this morning is going. This was an update from last night. I was trying to go live so y'all could see it, but the Wi-Fi wouldn't let me be great, so I wasn't able to do that. But I did go live when we were leaving to give you guys a small synopsis of what was going on. Told y'all had a video coming with the details of what's going on. But this is the life of a sickle cell parent. This is the life of a sickle cell child. It's unpredictable. You can't really plan stuff because you never know what happens. It hits at any moment. And the weirdest thing about this is he just got his blood the day before. So he should be A1. He should be healthy and feeling better. But clearly something is going on in his body. But let me clock in and get to this bag. Just wanted to record this for y'all real quick. Y'all have a good day. Continue to take the journey with me. Never know what's gonna come next. Later.